Many times you will want to have controllers, being able to move your objects by clicking on the space button or any buttons, or even using the mouse, or even a controller for an Xbox or the touchscreen for an iPhone and a smartphone. But before we do so, you have to learn how to do that, and that's through the code. First of all, this is the dummy here, and whenever you press play, it will move towards us. And what we're going to do is go back to the script by just clicking on the dummy's script that's right here, and we're gonna remove this here. Just put a double backslash in front of it. Now, in order to be able to move it only when a special keyboard key is getting pressed, then we need to use the input that comes with Unity. How do we do this? Inside of the update, so that we can always try, every time there's a new frame that renders, we will try to see if that works or not. And that's called an if statement. So if something happens, so here, if something happens, then what do? We change the character. So we would move the character. How do we move the character? We say transform dot position, and let's say plus equal vector 3 dot up. Okay, so basically we are moving our object upward by just one unit. But when are we going to do this? Whenever we press the space key. Now you may be wondering, how do you do this? So you can just type here input. So if the input dot get key down, so whenever the space key is down, and now we need to say that is the space key. Okay, all right. So whenever the space key is down, by the way, you have to put double quotes. That's for a string, so this is text, okay? That's because it's between double quotes. So when the space is down, we move it up by the vector up. Now save this, file save, go back to Unity, and see it in action. I'm going to press play. And right now, nothing is happening, but go ahead, press space, and every time you press space, it's going up by once, all right? So that's the beauty of this. Now, there are many other ways to do that. You don't have to do just the space bar. You can also do the mouse button. So instead of get key down, you can use dot get mouse button. So dot get mouse button down, and then here you would put a number. So 0 is for the left button, 1 is for the right button. Just remember this. So put 0 here. So when the left mouse button is down, we move it. So save this and go back to Unity, press play, and now click, and you will see it moving up every time I'm clicking. All right. So what if you want to use the space bar and the space bar or the mouse button? Very easy. You would say something like this or this, and the or is a double pipe. So use the two pipes. It's right above the return key or enter key, and type input dot get key down, and again, which key are we going to use? The one that we already used, the space one. Right? So whenever we use the mouse button down or the space bar, save this, go back to Unity, and now press play, and I'm going to press space and also the mouse button. As you can see, both actually work now. Okay, so remember, now if you want somebody to press the two keys at the same time, you need to put and that's 2 ampersand. Okay, so now for this to happen, you need to press the mouse button down and the space bar at the same time. So save this, and I'm gonna press play again, and now press the mouse button down and press space. And as you can see, when you do that, and it's kind of tricky, but it does work. Okay, and as you can see, it's moving. So you need to be very precise whenever you want to do both. So it's not advised, but know that you can actually do that with this. So I advise you to put or just for now. All right, so that's how you would do this. Now you can play with that to move the character up, down, left, and right. So here we had up, but you can definitely do put character down, right? So let's do this. Save this. Go back here, and now whenever I press the mouse button, it will move down. Okay, there you go. All right, so go ahead, play with it, use down, right, and left, and that's how you get to control your character or any characters. Now, again, you can use this dummy script and put it on other items, and it will move the other items as well.